Let me ask you something. Have you ever stopped to think about the real reasons some people succeed in growing their personal brand on social media while others seem to struggle despite putting in all the work? What if I told you it's not about the perfect Instagram feed, but about something much deeper? Today, we're going to talk about leveraging social media for creative empowerment and how building an authentic digital presence can open doors you never imagined for your business. Hey y'all, welcome back to Living the Whole Picture, the podcast where photography, business, and inspiration collide. I'm your host, Jayma Pantel, a luxury portrait photographer turned educator, author, influencer, and dream chaser. Each week, we dive into topics that help you shine in front of the camera, build confidence in your brand, and take bold steps towards your biggest goals. Whether you're here to improve your photography skills, grow your business, or find the courage to show up authentically in life, you're in the right place. Let's get started as we work on living the whole picture together. Are you tired of blending into the digital noise? What if your authentic story could set you apart and fuel your business growth? Today, I reveal how to transform your social media presence into a powerful tool for creative empowerment. But first, let's talk about the importance of social media for authentic branding. Social media isn't just a tool anymore for us to play on. It's an extension of our personal brand. Especially in today's digital age, your online presence is often the first impression people get of you. And trust me when I tell you, they are Googling you, so give them what you want them to see. This is a place where you share your story and how it's told and where authentic connections are made. I learned early on that success isn't solely about polished images. It's about sharing the real journey behind them. When I first began, I focused solely on my finished work. But I quickly discovered that what truly resonated with people were the behind-the-scenes moments. Some of the thoughts that went into my creative processes, my challenges, and my victories. This authentic approach not only built my brand, but also opened doors I never imagined. So, during my early days on social media, I believed that only perfect final images were worth sharing, and that's mostly what I did share. I was so cautious and focused on presenting this polished version of my work. I thought that by only showing these flawless photos, these finished photos, was the best way to grow my photography business. And boy, was I wrong. When things aren't working out the way I want them to or the way I think they should, I give myself these silly little challenges. And so I challenged myself to show up in new and different ways, to be more of what I truly am, and my unpolished self. So I began sharing more of these behind-the-scenes snapshots and candid moments from my photo sessions, and even the struggles I encountered along the way as an entrepreneur. I started posting videos where I talked about practical tips like lighting and posing, and guess what, y'all? The response was incredible. I received messages and comments from followers thanking me for sharing in a way that was simple to understand and follow, even for those who weren't photography experts themselves. They resonated with my honesty and appreciated the raw, real insights into my creative process and how I was able to do what I was doing. That experience taught me that being vulnerable online is a strength, not a weakness, and it is okay to share your true, unpolished self. Slowly but surely, I began sharing more content that reflected this true version of myself and the journey I was on. This genuine approach not only helped me connect with my audience on a deeper level, but also build a stronger, more loyal community in return. Next, I want to talk about strategies to build an authentic digital presence. So let's dive into some practical tips that you can use today to start building an authentic digital presence on social media. Number one, and I can't stress this enough, show your process. Share those behind-the-scenes content. Whether it's a quick video of you editing or a candid photo during a session like I share, these moments allow your audience to see the real work behind the final product. Because as we all know, the real work is done behind the scenes, not what everybody sees as the finished product. So, number two, engage genuinely. Instead of just broadcasting my wins, oh, I won, I did this, interact with your followers. Reply to comments, ask for feedback, and participate in discussions. Genuine engagement builds trust and strengthens your network. Number three, be consistent with your message. Use a consistent tone and visual style across your platforms. This helps create a recognizable personal brand that reflects your core values. And for me, those core values are authenticity, sharing things in a simple way that people understand, and empowerment. Because if I can do it, I promise you anybody can. And I want to encourage you to chase those dreams. Number 4, share your journey, not just your wins. Don't shy away from discussing the challenges you faced. When you share both the struggles and successes, you become far more relatable. This transparency invites others to connect with you on a much deeper level. Number 5, leverage multiple platforms. Use Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook to tell your story in different ways. Each platform has its own strengths. Instagram, for example, was heavily on visuals when it started and why I was drawn to it as a photographer. LinkedIn for professional insights and what I use a lot more these days to share more on headshots and personal branding. And then, of course, Facebook to continue to grow your community. Number 6, invest in your growth. Continuously learn and adapt. Whether you're doing this through online courses, webinars, or mentorships, investing in your personal development strengthens your brand and keeps your content fresh. My replay of Confidence on Camera is actually a great place to start. I'll share more details in the show notes below and talk about it again as we wrap up. But next, I want to talk about the ripple effect of authentic social media presence. When you build an authentic digital presence, the impact is far-reaching. Over time, your genuine content attracts like-minded people. I have experienced this firsthand over and over again. As I began sharing my personal journey and creative processes, opportunities started flowing in. Collaborations, speaking engagements, and even new client relationships were sparked by the authenticity of my online persona and the content I was sharing out in the digital world. It was game-changing for my business, to say the least. By connecting with my audience on a human level, I built a community that supports and uplifts one another. And that ultimately is the true power of social media. It's not just about broadcasting your work. It's about building a network that drives your business and personal growth and, in turn, your personal brand. As we wrap up, I want to invite you to check out my recent Zoom live class that I did. I'm offering it as a replay, and we talk about confidence on camera, and we do a deep dive into all of the strategies that I've mentioned in this episode, and I work together with those who showed up live to build a powerful, authentic digital presence. In the interactive session, I shared hands-on techniques and ways to connect with your community in relaxed and powerful ways. And so if you go to my website, jamapantel.com, under photo resources, you can get more details and sign up for that there. And so for my final thoughts on today's episode, I want to remind you that social media offers a unique opportunity to build your brand authentically that truly reflects who you are. And this is something that is so new to us and in this day and age, and it's something we all must leverage. Like I shared already, people are Googling you. Make sure they see the story you want to share. By sharing your journey, engaging with your community, and embracing both your successes and challenges, you create a powerful, lasting connection with your audience. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Living the Whole Picture. If you found this episode helpful, please consider subscribing, share it with a friend who might benefit from these insights, or leave a review to help more people discover our community. For more behind-the-scenes content and tips on photography, personal branding, or business growth, follow me on Instagram at jamapantel or visit my website, jamapantel.com. Until next time, keep showing up authentically and living the whole picture.